Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3303. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. Today we take a look at the rather unexpected arrival of aliens within the game. We take a brief look at the community reaction to the news. The fuel rats have reached a new high in number of rescues, and Wagar has updated his lore on the Elite Galaxy. One of the largest events to ever happen within the game has finally occurred. It, of course, is the arrival of the aliens. Many commanders now have been interdicted during a hyperspace jump to see the arrival of these giant, massive, alien-looking ships. This is the beginning of an event that players of Elite Dangerous have been waiting for a very long time now. In fact, right since day one from when the game was released. Over the previous few years, there's been numerous alien-related mysteries, from the unknown artifact to the unknown probe, to the barnacles located on certain planets, to the relatively recent discovery of an alien ruin, but none of them have been quite so overt as the recent arrival of the aliens themselves. All of this has naturally led to heightened player expectations, their expectations now being that the aliens will lead to new gameplay very soon. And personally, I'd like to see Frontier really take advantage of the recent publicity for all of this and push the game forward. Sticking with the subject of publicity for a moment then, it has indeed been surprisingly high, with news of the event reaching sites like the BBC. And there's also a great interview with DP Sayer, the first person to encounter the alien. That interview can be seen on the PC Gamer website, and I'll link it in the video description. Well worth a read, it describes the fascinating event in detail. Within the community, there's been a variety of different reactions to the event itself. For the most part, it has been highly anticipated, very respected, and very appreciated. I personally think Frontier have done a fantastic job with this. It's extremely atmospheric. However, there are of course a few criticisms out there. One of the main ones seems to drive home the fact that there's no gameplay involved within this scenario. It's simply a cutscene with nothing beyond that. Another unrelated criticism is aimed at the fact that this alien arrival occurred without any player interaction. As I mentioned at the start of the video, there's been numerous mysteries over the previous few years, and many players have been involved with solving or attempting to solve those mysteries, with the expectation that at the end of them there may be some sort of alien revelation. However, it would seem that the alien revelation itself came despite all of those mysteries, whether they were solved or not. I think that the people from both camps here, the people from both criticisms, do have a fair point. It's a valid point, and it is well argued and well reasoned. At the moment though, we are clearly at the very beginning of this alien arrival. There's no doubt going to be a lot more to unfold over the coming weeks and months, and it's without doubt that both gameplay and mystery should be involved with that. In regards to the wider community, one only needs to take a look at Steam charts to see that the number of active players within the game has increased dramatically, all this since the arrival of the aliens. Over the weekend, the number of simultaneous active players reached 11,000, and this is the highest it's been since 2015. Now, I appreciate that Steam charts doesn't show the entire story, but it does give us an indication. So the reception to all of this has been very positive indeed. One more item then on the subject of the alien arrival before we move on to other news, and that is the amount of videos that are now on YouTube showing this off. Some of them are very nice indeed. Of course, it is a scripted encounter, so it is the same for everyone, but everyone has got a slightly different take on it, and I'm going to list a variety of videos in the video description below, so you can go and check out some thoughts on this from other YouTubers. Now, Josh Hawkins has got one that I particularly want to highlight, because he manages to catch a glimpse inside the alien portal, or the alien corridor in witch space before it finally disappears. And this is a perspective that we've never had before, so well worth checking out. Do check out those links below. The Fuel Rats, that intrepid group of rescuers, have done the unthinkable. They have managed to rescue a total of 20,000 players so far out there in the depths of space. Players that have run out of fuel at some point. It's the Fuel Rats' job. They've taken it upon themselves to go out and rescue these people and refuel them as and where needed. And it seems that they'll do that no matter the distance, whether you're just located right within the human inhabited bubble, or whether you're within the furthest reaches of the galaxy. 20,000 rescues then is an amazing number. It wasn't too long ago that they hit 10,000. It seemed that it took them a little while to get to 10,000, but it seems it's taken almost no time at all to reach 20,000. So an impressive feat, and well done to the fuel rats. Here's to the next 10,000 rescues. The first leg of the Colonia Initiative has now been complete. For those of you that are not aware, the Colonia Initiative is a set of community goals aimed at getting players out to the Colonia area of space. Colonia, of course, being the second inhabited bubble, over 20,000 light years away from the current one. In the first community goal, 10 colonisation slots were opened up in Colonia, which would award 10 planetary bases, one each, to the top 10 winners of the community goal. That has now been completed, as I say, and here are the 10 winners. You can see their names on the screen, so congratulations to all of you. Now there is a second list, and this is the people who are the closest 10. These were the ones who didn't quite make the cut, but their numbers were very high nonetheless. Now these totals will be rolled over to the next community goal. In fact, everyone who participated will have their totals rolled over to the next community goal, which means that eventually everyone should get a shot at getting a colony out in Colonia. And although we don't know their intents at the moment, friendly or hostile, with the alien arrival occurring within the neighbourhood of human inhabited space, being out there in Colonia may well turn out to be the safest location of all. Ed Lewis, the community manager there at Frontier, is stepping into the shoes of Canonn Research and going on the trail of the aliens in an upcoming livestream dated 7 PM on Tuesday. Now, Canonn Research are a massive group of players, largely responsible for many of the investigations into all the alien activity within the game. Now, this isn't the first time that Canonn have been on one of Ed's live streams, so it should be interesting to say the least. To see more details, do check out the link in the video description. The lore and history of the Elite Galaxy is both rich and diverse, and one of the official lore keepers of Elite, Drew Wagar himself, has been putting out a bunch of new articles recently. If you want to see these, do check out his website. I'll link them in the video description. In particular, lately he talks about hyperspace as well as Thargoids, and there's some nice tasty tidbits of information there that may give us some hints towards the future. And of course, reading the history of both the Thargoids as well as hyperspace travel is a fascinating read. So if you have even the cursory interest in any of these subjects, I strongly urge you to head on over to Drew's website and check out all this information for yourselves. So here we are then in 2017 with the first episode of 3303. It seems not long ago that I started this series back in 3301 or 2015. It's been an unbelievable time. Really truly amazing, and there's been tremendous growth, both for me personally as well as on this YouTube channel, and I've got all of you guys and girls to really thank for that. Without your continued support here, without your views, without your subscriptions, and without all your comments, this channel really wouldn't be anything, and it's become a huge and massive part of my life. It's had an impact on me like nothing else. So here then, at the start of 2017, at the start of the new year, I just want to tell everyone how grateful I continue to be. And on top of that, I'd really like to say a deep thank you right from the bottom of my heart to everyone who has shown me financial support over the previous months and the previous year, both through various donations and on Patreon. It's meant a huge amount to me. I can't express that enough, and it really does help all my videos here, and it helps this channel massively, so thank you. Happy New Year to everyone then, and I hope you have a great 2017. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.